So, what I'll be critiquing is this fella. And there's a lot going on in this painting, more than meets the eye. And there's a reason why I would say this painting has a lot of work left to do. I wouldn't call it a failed painting, but there's definitely something wrong with it that is making it difficult to appreciate the elements in the painting. We have a very, very feminine, timid, almost broken arm way of holding the lamp. He's got a very unmasculine way of holding the lamp. He's also holding it in a way where it's attracting a lot of attention away from the portrait. This is the shiniest part, and then just adjacent to that we have a lot of detail and sharp edges. And then we have all this empty space in the chest area where you could have used some simple, well-placed core shadows to help the musculature along, and that would have been just perfect. And then obviously we're working what's happening in the head. One of the problems about posing with Portrait Studio for you guys is that you're not aware how much you can do with a figure. And the human body has so many facets of motion. It has so many faculties of motion that you guys forget to use them all. There's the tilt in the hip. There's the leg in front of the other leg. There's the upward tilt of the heel as they press against the solid floor. There's the outward orbit, that openness of the thighs, whether or not you're opening your legs out as you stand, if the knees are pointing out or pointing in. There's the openness, exactly the same axis, the red line here you see in the rotator, of the arms at the joint of the shoulders. And then there's more rotation at the joint of the elbow and more rotation at the hand. And what I want to do is just make it so that the other hand is further away from the body. So I'm just going to apply these changes here, but you did need to do a little bit more research on your environment, the staging as well, the lighting. It's not just about having intricate little details to carry the scene, though the details are beautiful and very, very well done. I definitely recommend spending more time on the bigger aspect, the aspects that really carry the characterization forward. So the arm, I'm just going to grab this arm just so that we can see. Flip horizontal. So that arm is nice and close to the body, but it's not really tilted in a way that makes the arm feel heavy. So I'm going to paste that and just let it sit a little bit more heavier. A little bit more heavy. And watch what happens when I swing this arm back out. The upper arm back out. It's just going to complete the piece. Alright, he looks very demanding, commanding, and very strong. And then there's the issue of the body, which is, look back to our references, which it really does respond to the light source. I mean, he is sticking his chest out. The light is a little bit different in this case, but we need to make sure we have these core shadows, this core shadow moving down this way. It's a very different body type, but it will work the same way. I do want to add these in on a separate layer, but it's going to make things a little too soft, but because I don't have time to blend accordingly. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur, until it just fits right in. For the volume to come through, we need a dark scene for the color to come through as well. So that's how we establish this atmosphere. And then because this light that we've experimented with would cast its light everywhere, we need to continue this atmosphere created by this ambient, eerie blue light. Okay, so let's have a look at the before and after. A little bit more demanding. I'm going to crop it because it looks a little too tight on one side, as you can see. Crop, 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 where are you? Okay. But really there's no point in cropping now. Yeah, there's no point in cropping now because the before and after will not be cropped all the way, so I'll crop later. Before after. Big changes, all about atmosphere. Before, it's too visible. Exposure was really high, as I mentioned, and it just wasn't believable. He wasn't tough looking. His arm was just on the side. He looks like he's distracted by something on the floor. And then after, a lot more presence, a lot more scary, a lot more mystery. Cast shadows are the kings of the stage, and you want to use them as much as possible. I'm a Hercules right now. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.